Over here on the new build site in Leamington now, Baz and Jensen are smashing it out this week. They are putting all the brick and block work up, as well as putting the insulation in the cavities. I've popped over this morning to take the dimensions of the first floor joists and get the order confirmed. Since the guys have been putting the brickwork on the front elevation there, a problem has arisen. We have got 125mm cavity and we are using 115mm insulation. That is leaving a 10mm air gap in the cavity. We are using 100mm engineering bricks on the front, but these facing bricks, these reclaim bricks that we're using for all the facing work are actually 115mm wide. So what we've now had to do is hire a cutter, and we are cutting 15mm off the back of every single brick. I've estimated there's somewhere around 3,800 to 4,000 bricks going in this build. So that's a lot of work that needs to be done.
Over here in Leamington on basement site number 2, and as you can see I'm standing in the cinema room. We've had Callum out this week. He's put the telly on the wall, he's put the speakers in the ceiling, he's put all the surround sound in. The customer's had it up and running, it sounds banging, really happy with it. Great job, Callum. All the flooring's down, the bar has now been also done. We're just waiting for the people to come and put the top on, so then we can do the final couple of touches to it, and then John can put the acoustic panel in behind it. I've got John right now in the back making shower units, which the customer has asked for. I've got the plumber in the shower room putting the toilet in and the sink and so in. So as you can see, a lot of stuff happening here now, really looking good. Next week I'll have Mark and Simon come back over for a day or so just to finish off the light wall to get that fully wrapped up and sorted. Then I'll have a painter come in just to give it the final once all over just before we pass it back to the customer.
It is the first week back after the Christmas break, and I'm over here on the construction site in Warwick. This is the wraparound extension that is going to have the piling works as shown in the plans here. This week we've got Jay and Ash here. They are breaking down the side of the neighbour's extension to expose the foundations, because on Wednesday we've got the piling contractors coming in and they will need to get down that side there. Another thing what we're going to have to do this week before they get here with the piling rig is get rid of this inspection chamber here. We're going to put a flexi coupler on next to the neighbour's extension. We're going to put some temporary drainage around here connecting onto this soil stack, and we're going to put some strap bosses in connecting this rainwater and this kitchen sink into the side as a temporary supply. Over on the new build site in Leamington now for the construction company. The guys have been motoring over here this week. They have got all the brick and block work up to the first floor joist level. We are now just waiting for the joists to be delivered on Wednesday morning. We've got the scaffolding coming to be fitted tomorrow, which is going to go across this back elevation here, so Baz is able to build up off them steelwork. It's also going to run down the neighbour side so we can build up this side elevation here. Once the floor joists turn up on Wednesday, we are going to get them in immediately so we can start bricking round and then get all the materials up on the first floor and start building up again. One thing that's really slowed us down in this last week or so is cutting down all of these bricks. You can see behind me the guys have been working and they've done over 2,000 bricks so far, but there is over 3,800 in the total build. So it's just past 10 o'clock at night, and about 10 minutes ago I was lying in bed watching TV, and then the phone starts going off. Next thing, the messages start going off, so I'll get up and have a look to see what's going on, and it ends up being one of the neighbours from the new build site in Leamington phoning to say that the site's been broken into and a few lads have been caught running up the street with stuff from the site. So I'm heading over here now to see if I can see what they've taken, and also try and secure the site for the night till the lads get back there in the morning. So they've just ripped the fence open and jumped in through this way. Well croppered that off, and the guy across the road said they've had the triple extender ladders and a few other bits from site. Over on basement site 1 in Leamington now, the guys on this site, Thomas is in here doing all the kitchen work, and he has also fitted these doors around the cabinets around the wall space. We have got Aidan and Simon working in the living area and currently in the bathroom and bedroom area also. Coming through into the bathroom area, it's now been fully plastered, but we are just waiting to start fitting the suite early next week. Going through into the bedroom area, you can see that the second fix electrics has now mostly been completed, but Hayden is currently doing this core hole here. Because it's a room with no windows, it has to have an extractor fan in, but the floor level down this alleyway is about there. But the stairs drop down here, coming into the doorway up the side there. So the only place in this room for us to be able to put the extraction was there, and it's able to just go down at the side of the staircase externally round the side. It's the end of the day now, and we've managed to get all the first floor joists in. It's been a nightmare of a day. It's actually been raining for the majority of the day. Fair play to the guys, we've just got our hoods up and just got on with it, and we've managed to get the job done. Also, while we've been here today, the permit has been approved for the scaffolding out the front there. So the scaffolders have been and put the first lift up out there. Baz tomorrow is going to be putting the soldiers above the arch formers in the brickwork out the front, while the rest of the team will be boarding out these floor joists internally and getting some block work up for him to do the inner leaf of block work. It's the end of the first week back, and it's been a really busy week for us around here this week. There has been lots of highs and lows going on. Firstly, on Monday, Jay phoned in saying his van wouldn't start, so we had to get his missus to drop him over, and we had to get the van recovered from Tamworth over to the garage in Coventry. Secondly, on Wednesday, Rich was on his way over to the office, and on the main road coming into Coventry from the A46, he was sitting at the traffic lights in the middle lane and his van just went bang. Luckily for us, Dave and Finn were passing at exactly the same time. They had just finished doing the concrete pour on the basement site in Stratford, so they were able to push him off to the side of the road and give him a lift back to the office. Then on Thursday night we had the break-in at the new build site in Leamington. The thieves were able to get away with a triple set of extending ladders and 2 bal wheelbarrows. There's not a lot left on site there each night anyway, so there was not much for them to take. We've had that site boarded up now, so hopefully this will stop them getting in the future. On a good note, what's happened this week is the work me and Rich were doing before Christmas, trying to get these contracts signed. We weren't quite able to get them over the line, but I can confirm this week we have secured 2 new projects that are going to be starting in March. One of them is a new build house with a oak balcony off the back of it overlooking the fields. This is going to be built on a farm in Corley, and it's going to have no gas supply and be ran off an air source heat pump. So really excited to get involved in this one. We are also back in contact with NHBC because we are still trying to get that approved contractor status. Hopefully this build will be suitable as it's in the middle of the field and not near any other properties. Secondly, the job we have won is a new build basement job at Shabab's restaurant in Birmingham. He is wanting to build a mega restaurant, and this one is very tricky. What we're going to be doing is digging down 3 meters in between 2 existing properties. This is going to be done over a 100 square meter area. So the sequencing and the underpinning detail of this is essential. Because we are going down 3 meters, there is a lot of underpinning that needs to be done. So this is a slow and delicate process. To make things worse, above our heads is a building bridging across on steels. So if anything goes wrong, that could come crashing down on our heads. So there is a lot of back and forth with engineers to make sure we get this one right. Also, it is on an extremely busy main road, and we are having to put a 4-way traffic management system in place to be able to cope with us having 2 skips outside that can be swapped every single day while the excavation works is going on. We are not going to be doing the full build over there. We are going to be doing the excavation work, the underpinning, the structural concreting, and then the waterproofing works. Then we are going to hand it back to the main contractor and he will take care of the rest of the build. January is notoriously slow month for us, and it has been for the last 6 years. But this is a great start for 2025. We've managed to secure over £500,000 worth of jobs, and we've got 2 meetings next week to confirm another 2 projects. So this is a great start for us, and we're going to keep the pressure on and keep the progress moving.